Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, it's time to start looking at what we're going to plant this year. Now, over here in my freezer, I've got all the onions that I can use. So, for the year. Last year we had a bumper crop of big onions, and we had plenty of green onions too. So, I've got one whole freezer that's half full of onions. So onions is not on the menu this year for planting in the garden. We have quite a bit of cauliflower and cabbage and broccoli left too. So that's off the menu for planting. So basically we're not planting any cold crops this spring. As a matter of fact, I didn't even plant lettuces this spring. I'd like to plant lettuces, but it's just been one of those things. I've got the tractor shed and all this other stuff going on, and a lot of things have gone on, so I haven't had a chance to get out and do that. But if I want to have tomatoes this year, I've got to get those bedded. If I want to grow, I've already planted potatoes, you've seen that. If I want to grow some of the other crops that I normally plant, I've got to get those bedded because it's I think today is April the 4th. It's a Thursday and it's cold. We're in the middle of redbud winter, so it's about 32 degrees out this morning. So I'm taking account of the seeds that I've got. Now this year we've got plenty of beans in the freezer, so I don't have to plant beans. Last year we planted beans, and there's my greasy beans. I got them 2023 seed. Those are good for 5 years. White half runners, again good for 5 years. 6-week beans, those will be good for 5 years. I've got more 6-week beans drying. I probably got this twice this many, so I've got the rest of those to shell out. I just haven't shelled them out yet. And then right here we've got our speckled greasies. And again, all these beans are good for 5 years. So I've got to get the other stuff. Now, what will I do with these beans? For example, this is greasy beans from 2012. What will I do with those? They cook just like soup beans. Just saying. They'll cook just like soup beans. So, now, let's see. First off, what do we got here? Oh, Cherokee purples. I want to plant Cherokee purples. I've got to get those bedded. Like I said, it's April the 4th, and I didn't plant any seeds in the basement. It's just one of those things that this year is just too hectic to do that. So I'm going to bed my tomatoes. I need to get my beds prepared. I went to a little greenhouse over in Junction City, and they were selling these 40-inch square, 22-foot tall greenhouse totes, 22-inch tall greenhouse totes, and I thought those would make great permanent beds. They're fiberglass, and I'll cut the bottom out of them and just set them on the ground and then fill them with regular dirt. I know a lot of folks say you can't do it that way, but I'm telling you, I've got 2 raised beds out here that are 30 inches tall, and they're just filled with regular dirt. Okay, just regular dirt, and they do great as raised beds. So that's what I'm doing. So I need to get 2 of those raised beds. I bought 14 of those totes. I couldn't get 15 on the truck. 15 would have hung off the tailgate, so I bought 14 of them. Like I said, they were $18 a piece. So that will give me and Crystal a lot of raised beds to do some things that we want to do that will stop me from having back problems. Crystal's got back problems too, so it's kind of tough sometimes. But Cherokee purples, I'm going to plant those for tomatoes. See what else we got here. I might plant some ox hearts, okay, because I don't have a whole lot of seeds left. This is from 2020, so I might plant some ox hearts. I'm definitely going to plant mortgage lifters. So I need to get mortgage lifters. Again, these are from 2020. It's the last time I saved seed from them, and it's 2024 this year, so it's time to get some more seed. Of course, I'll plant straight 8 cucumbers. I've got plenty of seed for that. This is seed from 2023, so that seed's going to be good for a long time. And I think I'm going to plant my cucumbers in those totes this year and save my back. So we'll see how that goes. I can plant them just fine. Okay, planting cucumbers is not a big deal. I use my pipe planter and I plant them and push, or use my hoe, either one. Plant them by seed, put them in the ground, tend them with a hoe. It's not that hard. But harvesting them, that's the hard part. Getting down on the ground. I have to get down on my hands and knees in order to harvest those things. I've made a grabber that you could get, but it's just so much work. I've tried to come up with some other things, but I think these totes will be the thing to do to save me on harvesting cucumbers. Let's see. There's okra. I'm going to plant okra this year. We're out of okra in the freezer. Let's see what else we got. I save seed from let's see, that's a zinnia, cactus flower zinnia. I've got some seeds. I went to a seed swap, and I've got something here called a teddy bear sunflower. They're little bitty tiny seeds. I don't know. I don't know. I may plant them just to see what they do. Then I got something here called a Lurley paste tomato, and these are heirloom seeds. So I may plant some of these paste tomato seeds and see how they come out. Then I got this is a pole butter bean. I think what I'm going to do this year, I think I'm going to plant sunflower seeds. I'm going to plant sunflowers. Of course, this is our Russian mammoths. They're like 12 foot tall. They are huge sunflowers. So I'm going to plant these. Of course, they're in an M&M's can. Of course they are. I'm going to plant these. And then I think I'm going to put these Conover pole butter beans on with them. See, I got 2 packages of these. So I've got enough of these to do almost a whole row of sunflowers, and then plant these butter beans and let them run up the sunflowers, and then see how they come out. I've tried to grow butter beans, but I just haven't had a lot of luck with them. I tried an Alabama black butter bean and a little green butter bean, and I just didn't have much luck with them. So I'm anxious to give these a try. I got these at the seed swap. Let's see, what else we got here? What's this? Yeah, this is another white greasy bean from a different family. There's mortgage lifters again, and a beefsteak tomato. Then I've got something called a gospel bean. I might try them just to have a mess, and maybe save some seeds from them. Again, I'll let them climb on the sunflower seeds. Let's see. And that's that. Now I've got in here seeds, and I just keep my seeds in a tote. That's all you have to do, is you just keep them in a tote with a sealed lid. That way bugs and things can't get at them. And Set that off to the side. I saved seeds this year. There's sweet banana peppers and sweet bell peppers. There's banana and bell pepper seeds from 2020. But I saved something. Oh, there's gypsy pepper seeds too. I saved something this year. A tomato. Yeah. Called a Kellogg Breakfast. And I saved it from 2023. It was probably one of the most awesome yellow tomatoes I've ever tried. And so I'm gonna plant plenty of those this year too. And then here, what do we got? Poblano peppers. I saved plenty of seeds from my poblano peppers. You can go back and look at our videos on how to save these different seeds. I have saved all kinds of seeds. So I'm anxious to try these poblanos and see how they came out. But I've got to get that stuff bedded. It's April the 4th. And so you got the 4th, May the 4th was 5 weeks. Okay, we're ready to plant in May. So 8 weeks would get me way into May. May the 22nd or something like that. Okay? So it takes about 8 weeks in the bed if they germinate good. So, and I'll let you see how I do my bed when that time comes. Probably in the next video you'll see me bedding a bunch of these. So, let's see, what else have we got in here? That's cranberry beans. There's more of those sunflower seeds. Oh, I will be planting the candy corn. I plant that every year. Okay, there's more Cherokee purple tomato seeds, but I don't know how old they are. There's no date on them. They're probably old as they can be. Oh yeah, here's a whole bunch of different seeds, ox hearts and all that. So I'm going to plant what I can this year. I've got a whole bunch of projects going, so I'm in here looking at what to plant. I know that I've got some pumpkin seeds here somewhere. I'll be planting pumpkins, and I'll be planting squash. Last year my squash didn't do too good, so this year I'm hoping they'll do better. But, you know, squash just does what it does. I may plant a few squash in those totes and see how they come out. So I've got 14 totes to fill up. They're 40 inches by 40 inches square, so that's a pretty good sized thing, and they're almost 2 feet tall. So I can sit on a chair beside it and work them without killing my back. So, but I'm still going to plant row crop. That's just going to happen. That's just the way it is. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if you like this stuff, this homesteading, do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homesteading stuff every week, sometimes 1, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now, if you hit the little bell when you come to the channel, it'll be right up here. It'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Now, it's time for me to get out there and start cutting the bottoms out of them totes and get on to the next thing.